All right, today we're jumping into one of the shortest, but maybe one of the most powerful poems ever written. Robert Frost's Fire and Ice. In just 9 little lines, Frost takes on a question that humans have been asking themselves forever.
I mean, it's the ultimate question, isn't it? Is it all going to go up in a giant fireball, or just slowly freeze over? For literally centuries, we've been imagining the end of the world, and it usually boils down to one of two big ideas.
And this is exactly where Frost starts his poem. He lays out these two popular theories. You've got the inferno on one side and the deep freeze on the other. It's a classic battle, heat versus cold. But as you're about to see, Frost isn't really talking about planets and stars. He's interested in something much, much closer to home.
So he takes this massive cosmic debate and he shrinks it down. He turns it into a mirror, and he's not reflecting the fate of the Earth. He's showing us the powerful and kind of self-destructive emotions that are simmering inside every single one of us.
So first up, Frost kind of picks a side. He looks around at the world, he looks at his own life, and he sees this incredibly powerful, destructive force that he knows all too well. And for him, that force is fire.
And check out the word he uses here. Tasted. That's so personal, right? This isn't some abstract theory. He's talking about a fundamental human drive that he has felt firsthand. So, what exactly does he mean by desire?
In the poem, fire isn't a literal flame. No. It's that burning, all-consuming heat of human passion. It's that relentless wanting for more power, more stuff, more pleasure. You know the feeling. It's basically the engine of greed and lust.
And this is where the danger lies. Because just like a wildfire, these feelings are never satisfied. The more you feed them, the bigger they grow, spreading and spreading until they just engulf a person's life and there's nothing left. It traps you, makes you selfish, even cruel. But then,
He pivots. He considers the complete opposite. What if the end isn't some hot, passionate explosion? What if it's a cold, calculated, and totally silent decay? He says he knows enough of hate. See? It's another personal confession. He recognizes that while fire is a big spectacle, there's an equally huge destructive power in just coldness. And that word suffice? It's so chillingly casual. It's like he's saying, oh yeah, that'll get the job done, no problem.
so what is this ice? Well, it's the other side of human darkness, hate. But it's even more than that. It's the rigid coldness of indifference, the harshness that comes from a total lack of empathy, a cruel, deliberate turning away from the feelings of other people.
You see the difference? Fire spreads and consumes. Ice just freezes everything solid. It makes people hard, brittle, and uncaring. They become indifferent to everything. It's a much quieter kind of destruction, for sure, but as Frost points out, it is just as total. So, we have these two huge forces, but what is Frost really trying to warn us about?
Okay, so this is the big twist of the poem. You think this whole time he's predicting the apocalypse, but he's not a futurist. He's actually more like a psychologist, and he's giving us a diagnosis of the human condition.
Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. All this epic talk about global destruction, fire, ice, it has all been one giant, magnificent metaphor. The scale feels cosmic, but the actual focus is microscopic.
And there it is. The real apocalypse that Frost is describing is the one that happens inside a single human heart. It's a poem about self-destruction. It's about the ways our own emotions can bring about our own personal ruin.
This is the absolute core of it. The message is if we don't learn to master our feelings, they will absolutely master us. Whether it's through the burning heat of desire or the freezing cold of hate, they can lead us straight to our own personal end.
And look, this isn't just some dusty literary analysis from 100 years ago. It's a timeless warning that feels more relevant now than ever, doesn't it? Frost is basically handing us a diagnosis and a challenge.
So the final takeaway is this really clear, stark warning. The potential for chaos isn't out there in the cosmos somewhere, it's right here, inside of us. And the responsibility for controlling it, for finding that balance between passion and reason, that rests with every single one of us.
Which brings us to the final question, the one Frost leaves hanging in the air for us. When you look at the world around you right now, our societies, our politics, our relationships, which destructive force do you see as the bigger danger? Is it the burning, consuming fire of desire, or is it the cold, hardening ice of indifference and hate? It's something to think about.